Does everyone know what you truly desire to do in your life?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. What would you like to do, Ankita?
First is lots of happiness, lot of money, and healthy and happy life with all my loved ones.
Really sounds really amazing.
Thank you, Nithya. Earlier it was not. After doing Access, I think everything is clear in my mind.
Everything is very nice. So are all of you clear? What do you desire? Where would you like to be? Because what you desire is what the universe will give you. Yeah. So let's start with this question. What do I truly desire? And who are you? Do you know who you are? If you truly know who you are, what would you desire? So if I truly know who I am and where I come from, what would I truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So if I truly knew what I desire, if I truly knew who I am, and if I'm willing to change according to who I can be, what do I truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Thank you, Kalpana. She said I look good. So what does the being within me truly desire? Everything that does not allow me to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I've decided what I desire is a limitation, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How many of you truly know what you desire, or you keep wondering, is this good enough? This is not what I should do much more. How many of you always feel you have to do much more? Any of you know?
So Nithya, doing much more is entirely different, because being a humanoid, we can't sit quiet and we can't, stop ourselves of doing more. So that is different. And, doing something just to, acquire or just to add on to your desires is something different in my world.
Yeah, it may be, but the question I'm asking is, do you judge yourself for not doing enough? That's where I was coming from.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry.
I do sometimes.
You don't have to be sorry at all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and girls. So, do you judge yourself for not doing enough? Do you always constantly feel that I'm not there, or
No.
I'm not doing much, I'm not changing? So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and girls. All the judgment that I use to tell myself that I'm not being or doing enough, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So I'm muting everyone. In case you would like to talk, please unmute yourselves. Otherwise, we just get sounds in between. So what is it that I truly desire to do? And everywhere I've decided that it's not happening the way I like it. And so I've given up. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Because humanoids usually don't fail, but you give up before you fail. So have you guys given up on something? If you have, it's fine if you really don't want to do that, but you don't have to give up. Because if you put your mind to it, or if you just start asking questions, you can do whatever you like. You can be whatever you like to be. So everywhere I've decided that I cannot be something, and everywhere I'm refusing to be something that is required for me to actualize all my desires, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And everywhere I've said it's just okay for my desires to happen, and it's okay if they don't happen at all also, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So okay is not this word. If you say it's okay, it happens, it's okay, it doesn't happen, then most likely, then the universe is not so tempted to give it to you, because you said it's okay if it doesn't happen. So it may not happen also. So what if we stop saying that and we would keep on saying, I would like to have this. I would like to have this in the easiest and fastest way possible. I'm willing to receive this. I'm willing to have this amazing experience. Because after all, you're here to experience things. When you've lived billions and billions of lifetimes, every lifetime is just to experience something. So what if you look at life as an experience? Universe, what would it be like for you to give me the best experience in a way that I can achieve my desires? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what can I be or do different to make the best of this moment so that this experience is better than I can imagine? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what do I truly desire? If I truly knew who I am, what do I truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, fork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If I truly know what being me is, what would I truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If I truly knew who I am, what would I desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And what is the value of me being unhappy and delaying my desires? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What is it that I've decided that I cannot be and I cannot have? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I'm trying to prove myself to me by judging myself of not doing enough and not being enough, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So if I truly knew who I am, what do I truly desire? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If you could choose anything in your life, if you could be anything in your life, what would you like to be? Letting go of all the problems of yesterday, looking at today as a different day, a new day, and you get to choose anything. What would you truly choose? So everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If I truly knew who I am, what would I truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What can I be or do different to function from knowing who I truly am? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How many of you function as though you're an infinite being? And I think that's where everything, all our problems lie. So do you all know you're infinite beings? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Do you always behave like you're an infinite being?
No.
No. So the thing is very, very interesting, because even though you're an infinite being, you're allowed to choose sadness, you're allowed to choose worry, you're allowed to be as finite as you can be. So would you like to choose something different?
Yes.
Or would you like to continue to be as finite as you are? So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, poisonous. And I just remembered something. Next week, January 31st, is going to be the 100th episode of Morning Star. I don't even know how it is. I mean, I've done 100 weeks of this. How amazing is that? We've been here for 100 weeks. So how does it get better than that? Everything that brought up and let on, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And it was because in the YouTube channel we were looking at, and it kept saying 100th.
Santosh,
Okay. Thank you so much. So please be here next week. I'll probably do something different. I think I do different, but something more. So everything that brought up and let down, will now destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pork, all nine shorts.
every time it is different.
Yeah, I know. I just corrected myself. Every time I do different. But I think it's good to be there for the 100th episode. We will see where it takes us. So, thank you, Uncle. And I can't even believe that it's come this far. Or I've been consistently doing this every Monday without a break. So everything that brought up and let down, destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, poison wins. And thank you everyone for supporting me, for being here, for all the responses that you give during the call, and for all the feedback and everything. And please do pass on the YouTube channel to your friends, your family, anyone else who can benefit from that. That would be great. So everything that brought up and let down for you, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. How much you changed in so many lives, Nithya. Thank you so much, Kalpana. So kind of you. Hi, Kushbu. Nice to see you after a long time.
Hello. Yes, thank you. It was just, I was scrolling and I was like, oh, wow. I always miss the time, 9 to 10. Today, I got it at right time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nithya, can I ask here
Yes.
about vaccination actually? Now is another kind of virus has come out and all that, and we have done, mostly over here, we have done the 2 doses of vaccination. Now it's coming the 3rd dose, that everyone as the frontier, they should get according to the management of the company. They should receive the 3rd dose. Now I am confused, like that this one, to take the 3rd dose and then there will be another dose again, continuous. It will be a continuous system, right? So what can we be and do different here to have that ease for our body and our mind?
You just have to ask that, the same thing that you said. What can I be to have ease with my body and my mind? Ask your body if it would like to get vaccinated or not, because you're getting vaccinated for your body. So if your body says no, don't do it. If your body says yes, you can. It's your body's, it's your body's call. And I don't know, I don't know whether the vaccine is working or not. Many people has many points of views, but right now it looks like even though the wave is there, it is definitely not as severe as before. Yeah, please keep yourselves in mute. Thank you.
What you said, I can't hear you.
If you can't hear me, you can listen to the recording again. Right, wrong, good, bad, for call, 9 shots, poison wins. I said I don't know whether the vaccine is working or not, because many people are saying there are side effects, but many people, the severity of the disease has definitely reduced. So it depends on your body, and ask your body if you would like it and if you can handle it. So, and make a call according to that. So ask yourself, you only know what's the right thing for you to do, whether you would like to do it or not. Because the severity has definitely reduced from the last few months. Even though the cases are still there, there is a huge difference in the number of deaths and the way people are responding to it. And so there has been some change for sure. So I think we can acknowledge that and keep saying, how does it get better? And what would it be like for all of this to change with ease? Everything that does not allow that to happen, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And if it is a travel requirement or a mandate, ask your body, like, can we dissipate the vaccine and can we let go of the side effects? So talk to your body around that. Only if your body agrees, you can go for it.
Nithya, is it me? I cannot see you, or is it close your screen? I'm wondering.
No, I can see myself.
Oh, okay. I think something wrong with my screen then. Thank
You
you.
guys can see me, right? Someone said I look good also, so I think everyone
No, I
We
cannot
can see.
you. That's why.
they can see me. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Okay, guys, please keep yourselves in mute. This if you're not talking. So everything that brought up and let only now destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what is it that I've decided that I cannot change and I choose to hold on to? without truly realizing who I am. Everything that is will you destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, poison words. Sometimes, when you say, I would like this, and it doesn't happen, if you take a step back, that's not actually what you truly desire. Did you ever think of that? You just think that this is what I want, but that's not what your being wants. That's not what you also want at many levels. So if some of your desires don't happen, you can go back to, what do I truly desire? If you're confused, what do I truly desire? Because if you know where you're headed, your awareness, and you're willing to follow your awareness, you will reach there step by step. Not immediately, but step by step. So what if you desire something more? What if your ask is much more than what you think? And you're not even clear with what you are is much, much more than your desire. Would you like to take a step back and ask yourself, what is it that I truly, truly desire? If I truly knew who I am, what is it that I truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What would it be like for me to go beyond every judgment of proving myself to me or anyone else? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What would it be like for me to go beyond every judgment that I have of proving myself to myself or anyone else? And everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So how many of you would like to prove yourself to everyone in the world? Everything that is times the Godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. You'd like to prove yourself to someone or the other? At least to yourself?
Yeah, at least to myself.
At least to myself. That is also judgment. Self-judgment is also judgment.
Not ourselves,
Judgment is
others.
also judgment. Yes, sir?
Not for ourselves, to others.
To others. You would like to prove yourself to others. So when you like to prove yourself to others, you're not being everything you can be. You're already being lesser, because your life is controlled to some extent by what they think of you or how they respond. You are not in control. They are in control. And you don't want to show it. You don't like to show that, I have to prove myself. You don't like to tell them that too. But your energy is not going to be authentic. Every moment you are looking to prove yourself to someone or something, you're being much lesser than everything you can be. And is that the way you would like to function? When there is a better option of being fully present and being yourself, when you have no need to prove yourself to anyone, when you have no need for validation, when you have no need to hold up your reputation, and when you have no need to please others or hurt others, when you're beyond all of this, what you create is something very different. What you create is freedom for yourself, and then you are out of control. So no one can control you. No one can tell you what to do. No one can limit you. So would you like that? All of you? Yeah. So what can I be or do different to stop proving myself to me and everyone else, and to go beyond what other people think of me, and go beyond my need to please others, and go beyond my need to judge myself, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere I still have a need to judge myself as though that will create something for me, will you now revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resigned, destroy, and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What can I contribute today? What can I contribute today in such a way that I get more happier and all my desires happen with ease? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive, that will you destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. How many of you enjoy every moment? Every moment? Are you ready to enjoy every moment and become younger? Or would you like to dread every moment and suffer? So everything that brought up and let down will you destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Yesterday night I was up till I think 1 o'clock or something, a little earlier than before. And I was just rearranging my house and I was enjoying it so much. I moved two things like maybe 40 times from here to there, there to here. I kept changing positions. And it was so late in the night, but I just enjoyed it thoroughly. I don't know why. I was like, what if I get this look to look even better? What if I move this and get it even better? So whatever you do, even if it's a small thing, if you do it with happiness, then you create. Then you always create something greater. So everything that does not allow me to be happy at every moment with everything I be and do, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. So would you guys like to be happy or something else coming for anyone? Because this doesn't seem so exciting with the happiness for all of you. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what have you decided is more valuable than your happiness? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, renounce, renounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What have you decided is more valuable than your body? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What have you decided is more valuable than your happiness? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. And what have you decided that is more valuable than your body? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What have you decided is more valuable than your own happiness? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Himanshi says, choosing happiness every moment. Isn't that amazing? And you choose to be happier again. And it's moment by moment. Every moment you have to choose to be happy. It's not that I say I choose to be happy now, and then you forget it. You forget it after 2 days. How many of you forget? How many of you forget your desire? How many of you forget even this is what I am and this is what I'm asking for? And you allow this day-to-day moments or people or family or whatnot to pull you down. So everything that brought up and let down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. Would you function as though your desire has already happened, is going to happen, and I'm clear that I have to be congruent with that energy? If you desire to be happy and you choose to be unhappy, you're not congruent. And that's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work to be uncongruent. It will waste a lot of energy for you. It will drain you. Is that what you would like? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. We forget desire most of the time. See, you don't have to, if that's what you truly desire, right? You are born with that dream. Someone said you are not born in your dream. You're a dream that is born to execute it. So if you know that that is you, it is no longer a desire. It's not something outside or separate from you. It is you. And what invention are you using and choosing to function as not who you are? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. What invention are you using and choosing to function as less than who you are and not who you are? Everything that is times the godzillion, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what is the value of functioning lesser than who you truly are? Would you like to fit in with everyone? You would like to please everyone? You would like for them to say you're amazing and you prove yourself to them? Then you're trying to fit in. But you can only try to fit in. You cannot actually fit in. You won't fit in. So everything that brought up and let down, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and girls. Because you are different. You are something much more. And you're not here to fit in. You're here to be uniquely yourselves. So all of you who have a need to somehow fit in, to somehow please everyone around you, to somehow prove to everyone whatever you would like to prove, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Thank you, Nithya. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
And-
Bye-bye. So what generative energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you be to function as though who you truly are and as what you would truly desire. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, poison. Hi, Neera.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
I missed you
Got
for
late.
2 weeks. I wonder what happened to you.
No, I'm fine.
You fine? Okay. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what do you truly desire? And if you truly knew who you were, how would you function? Everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What generative energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you be to function as though who you truly are? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what if your ask was much more? What if you're unhappy because you know you're asking for something else, but you think you're asking for something else? What would an infinite being truly ask? And if you know who you truly are, what would you truly desire? What would you truly ask? Everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you're still choosing to react by being finite, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What generative energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you be to know who you truly are, to know what you're asking for, and to be congruent to your ask at every moment? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So how many of you truly know what you're asking? Are you clear? Is this what I'm asking? If you have a lot of conflicting thoughts, you're going to unask a lot of things. So let's be clear on, this is what I would like in my life, and then be happy. That's all you have to do. Ask and receive. And receiving comes, the more happier you are, the more contributing you are to others and yourself. And when you go beyond judgment, without this need to prove yourself to others. So what can I be or do different to go beyond all my self-judgments, beyond my need to prove myself to myself and others, and beyond my imagination and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what have I decided is what I desire, whereas what I truly desire is something much more. So everything that is, will you revoke, recant, renounce, denounce, reclaim, resign, destroy, and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If I truly know who I am, what would I truly desire? And what can I be or do different to be congruent with what I desire, knowing that it'll happen in faster and better ways than I can imagine? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, any questions, guys? Is everyone clear about what you desire? Even if you're very clear, I think you should still ask, what do I truly desire? And it'll be much more. What if it's so different? Because your imagination can fuel a different consciousness. You're such a, maybe small, but such an integral part of consciousness. And every desire you have, the universe will want to fulfill. So what if you desire something that can change the whole universe? Or let's talk about Earth, that can change things on the planet Earth, that can change the way you look at Earth. Would you like that? So what is it that I can ask? What is it? What is that ask within me that I was born for, that I truly know is possible, but I've not yet chosen? Everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You came to Earth to be something much more, to enjoy the planet. and to be everything you can be.
Nithya, thank you so much for such a lovely topic today.
Thank you.
It was so intense yesterday because of this topic only. And today you made my day. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And you're looking very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So everything.
Yeah, me too, Nithya. I really wanted. I just logged in, but so beautiful the wordings are. Oh my God,
Thank you.
Especially the last one that came out, that we can change the universe, the earth, everything around just by our desires and our asks,
Yeah.
Oh my God, such a bombshell that was.
Thank you.
And you're looking like a bombshell too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. How does it feel? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So would you guys like to go there? If you knew who you truly were, what would you ask? Because your imagination can fuel so many different things. Consciousness creates with you, it co-creates with you. So when you say, what would it be like for every species to be happy? There will be a solution showing up somewhere. Consciousness will rearrange every molecule for what you're asking. And if you're not happy with what you're getting, like I wish for a car, you got it, you wish for a house, you got it. You'll always get it, right? Whatever you wanted. It's not that you've not got it. But that's not what you really desire. You're here for something much more. So what do you truly desire? And if you truly knew who you were, what would you truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So what can you be or do different? What can you be or do different to desire and ask in such a way that everything in consciousness can shift for something greater? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So that's how important you are to the universe. That's how much the universe responds to everything that you say. So what if you can look at yourself through the eyes of the universe that is so non-judgmental that if you say I'm stupid, the universe is like, okay, because it doesn't judge you for choosing this. So would you like to like yourself that much as the universe likes you? Yes? Or would you like to judge yourself? So whatever invention that you're using and choosing to judge yourself, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. What invention are you using and choosing to continue to judge yourself? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds.
Hey, Nithya.
Yes.
I just wanted to share one thing.
Yes.
That I was not aware, earlier that we can ask this question, like what I truly desire.
Oh, wow.
And recently, I got your book, A Place Called Home. And I have read that like some of the topics like 4 or 5 times, and every time when I read something new, awareness comes and everything. And recently, to be really truthful, I recently, every day first in the morning when I get up, I ask this question, and I started since last 10 days.
Awesome.
So and the book is so good. So those who doesn't have, it's a very nicely written book. So I just wanted to share that my point of view. Yes.
Thank you. How lovely.
Yes.
Which book is it? Which book?
Can I say something? Oh, someone else is talking. Sonal, go ahead.
Yeah, which book is that she's mentioning?
It's called A Place Called Home. I've written this book. I'll type it.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you have written that communion. Sorry, that's some.
Yeah, I've written that book too.
Yeah.
I've written more than one book as of now. Right, wrong, bad, pot, all nine shots.
So, yeah, Nithya, of course, the book is very good. Can I say something over here?
Yes, Neera, I was missing you. You were not talking for the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. So Nithya, you just mentioned, when you mentioned that the universe really truly loves you and all that, I got this awareness that we are here because of the universe's ask. Like the universe must have asked for us.
Yeah.
Imagine the universe asking for our existence, and here we are. and judging ourselves, right and left and up and down, and not being in gratitude to what we are. I mean, it's amazing, what it's opened up for me. Thank you so much.
The universe knew that you were a gift. So the universe asked for this human embodiment, or the planet Earth. The universe knew that this is the most amazing planet. And it said, let me create this for me to watch and enjoy, and let me co-create with these people. So the universe looks at you like a gift. And then the universe is also like, whatever you desire, I'll make it happen on this planet. So when we are looking for more kids, more population, that happens. When we're looking for more houses, that happens. When you look for more money, the finances also all over the planet, the money flow just keeps increasing. So there's so much more money nowadays than what used to be there. Or I don't know whether that's true or not, but at least it seems like, all the prices have gone up. That's true. Everything is, you have to spend more for everything. But it's all based on your ask. We were asking for more money. We were asking for more houses. What if you can ask for more consciousness, greatness beyond your imagination, magic beyond your imagination, because that is who you can be if you choose to. So what do you truly desire? If you truly knew who you were, what would you truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So what generative energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you be to go beyond judgment, to go beyond comparison, to go beyond limitation, to go beyond proving yourself to anyone else, to go beyond your need for validation, to go beyond your need to be finite, and everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. What if your ask is much more than what you're being right now? So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. All of you who have some money problems, it's not money that you truly want. You're here for something more. And when you be something more, the money will come to you. When you be what you're meant to be, every resource that you require will come and find you, because the universe really would like to give to you. It looks at you as something amazing and great and greatness. So what invention are you using to not acknowledge yourself as the greatness that you truly are, and to not function as though who you truly are? So everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So if you truly knew who you were, what would you truly desire? Everything that is, will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. If you truly know who you are, what would you truly desire? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds.
Can I say something here, Nithya,
Yes.
about the money bit you said? I also got this awareness a few months ago, because I read that Money, How to Become Money workbook. And it's just misnomer. I mean, in the sense, why have they put the how to become you is actually the name.
How to become you.
Yeah, because I didn't leave that book. I mean, on and off, I read it continuously. Even it's 1 line per day, or it's a page, or it's a whole book per day. It's with me, and I think it's my 24th read or something. And on its own, like I know I've created it, but I like saying it on its own. Like, I feel when I read the book, my God, something happens. I don't have to understand it. That the thing, that the craving, the need, or the requirement, or whatever term you want to add to it with money, is actually you're looking, you're searching, you're seeking yourself. You are complete. But in seeking for money, you start becoming more of yourself. That's what I came to. And that's why I love reading that book, because, somehow, and then it makes me feel sleepy, drowsy, kuch bhi. So let me share that. That money bit is so fabulous, because all of us want money, the whole universe, every person under the sun, but then money word ki jagah khud ko dal do, and then
Huh.
the magic occurs, right? You know?
Right, Wrong, Good, Bad, POD, POC. It's the most amazing book. It's like a mini foundation. And
Yeah,
theory
absolutely.
is literally everything. And the first thing is we don't say want. So all of us want is not true.
Want. Yeah, absolutely.
And there
And
are very few people who don't desire money. I've met them too.
Yeah.
Very, very few, but
Yeah, there are, of course. Actually, we don't. There is nothing like that. We don't require it at all. That want is also whatever. But there are few people, yeah, or naturally make who don't.
so want is
And the first 5 times, so you don't have to understand the book, I'm just saying, you don't have to understand it. It's just a read. That's all.
so everything in Access, you don't have to understand it. It will it'll still seep into you, into your being.
Yes,
If
absolutely.
you are willing to receive it.
Yes.
And it's true. It's about when you become more of yourself, you have more of everything. So if you would like more of something, choose yourself. Anything, more of money, choose yourself. More of happiness, choose yourself. More of being there for others, choose yourself. And choosing yourself does not mean you're selfish. Because what would you like to experience and how would you like to make the best of it in this world? And would you function in such a way that others are inspired by you? So everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, Wrong, Good, Bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. How to Become Money Workbook is on Amazon. You'll find it on any website, any shop. It's by Gary Douglas. And just like Neera was saying, I have it right here. I've also been reading it. Something to keep handy. I also do classes on how to become money workbook. So if you'd like to read with me, you're welcome to join. And Feb 1st, I'm going to do a class on since it came up. This is Advanced How to Become Money Workbook. I wonder. Okay. Yeah, that's gold coins. And that's Advanced How to Become Money Workbook.
Nithya, does one need to
That's
do
fabulous
foundation?
too.
Does one require to do foundation before doing money workbook? How to become?
Not for the basic one. There are no prereqs for this. You only have to have the book. For the advanced money workbook, yes, you have to do foundation.
Okay.
Otherwise, you probably won't grasp it. It's like so amazing. Takes you to different dimensions and different shatters every reality that you know.
All right.
And also, I think you have to do How to Become Money Workbook, the first book 5 times at
5
least.
times.
Yeah, uski reading honi chahiye, Yeah.
Correct. One foundation and How to Become Money Workbook 5 times for advanced How to Become Money Workbook. So get
These
in touch
books,
with me, like any of these classes.
Yeah.
All 9 shorts, boys.
So Nithya, whatever these books and all the things that you love to receive totally put you in the reception mode of receiving everything that is good, bad, and ugly. Yeah, everything. I mean, whenever we are avoiding, whatever we are rejecting, and especially if you can just turn it inwards towards you, what are you avoiding about yourself? What are you rejecting? What are you not wanting to face about yourself? Oh my God, it's just fabulous. I mean, all these books that she's mentioned, her books, A Place Called Home and Communion, and all these other 2 books, and books in general, which, just resonate. I mean, I love Access books, so that's.
Yeah, they are so amazing.
Yes.
So what if you can use, if you can choose those books, you can ask which books should I choose now to read to help me become more conscious, right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and girls. So Gary said consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. So based on that, when you choose consciousness, you're choosing everything, more of everything. Would you like that? Why should I say only more money or more health? Why not more of everything? And when you have no judgment, consciousness includes everything, then there's no good, bad, and ugly. It's not true. Good, bad, ugly is just judgment. So what if you could just be more conscious? It is such a gift. And whether you understand it or not is not relevant at this moment, but just keep choosing consciousness and you see how things can change. When you see things beyond your wildest imagination, you're like, wow, this is what I was looking for, or this is the moment which makes me come alive. Would you like to experience things like that? And for that, we choose consciousness. Now, consciousness is not all comfortable because the good, bad, ugly will also come. Everything is more, but you learn to handle it better. Yes, worrying is a judgment, Meenakshi. Worrying is definitely a judgment. It is not true. If you truly are an infinite being, would you worry about anything? If the universe, like in Neera's words, the universe asked for you and created you, would you ever be wrong? Would you have to worry about anything? Would you have to be afraid of anything? We just have to learn to live. And living does not go that much. When you live with judgment, it's not true living. It's, existing or surviving. So what would it be like for you to truly be alive and live every moment with ease, joy, and glory? And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. So what generative energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you be to function as though who you truly are? And to function as what you truly desire to create in this world. And everything that does not allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys and beyonds.
Can I say something? I think all these weeks I was not there. Everything is pouring out now. So Nithya, when right now when we're talking about all this and how everything is the opposite of what it appears, and also all that consciousness includes everything without judgment. I remember doing the Gita, reading of the Gita with a certain person for many years, and the gist jo Gita ka bhi tha in our own books, or in any other religiously inclined books, is that you be a witness, It's about that bird, the bird kha raha hai, kar raha hai, and you are the witness. That's so beautiful how access consciousness is actually is that you are the witness to everything that's happening. You are creating it. Yeah, it's not happening. You're creating it. And how to go along with it. Everything you can ask for joy. For everything you can ask for fun. Even in the worrying, you can ask for fun. Like I did that. Even when there's an argument going on, pop a question out. How can I have fun with this argument? And the whole space changes.
Yeah.
The space of the whole thing changes, The energy changes, I'm just saying that worrying is normally just like that. When she said worrying, it came, I used to worry a lot. It's about when you don't trust the future, because worry is always in the future. Aage kya hoga? It's not our job at all. Why pick up a job which is not ours, to give it to the universe, to do it, be it. Yep.
So consciousness is the same wherever you read it, whichever modality you do, wherever you get it from ancient times to now. So if you have done multiple modalities, or even if you've read the Gita and done access, you will see so many similarities. It's like you have created everything. That's wherever you go, that's the crux of it. So if you have created everything, can you change everything? Yes. And some people truly enjoy your suffering because you can control others, right? When you really worry. Have you done that? When you worry, your family has to take care of you now. When you fall sick, someone has to take care of you. So is that the reason you truly worry? So everything that brought up a lead on, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, poisonous. And as Neera said, when you don't trust the universe, you don't trust yourself. That's when you get into worry. And it's not going to help. Don't pity yourself. Don't invite pity from others, because that energy is not that contributing. Even though if you get pity from others, you're controlling everyone, right? If you feel pity on someone, you'll do everything you can for them. But that is not your greatness. So even if you would like to manipulate, not through pity, not through victimhood, what if you can only do things that will create something greater for you and everyone? So everything that brought up and led down, will you now destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, poisonous. Have no idea why I'm talking about pity, but anyway, so everywhere you have functioned much lesser than who you truly are. Will you now destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. On that note, guys, have a great day. Would you create something greater for you and everyone just by being happy?
Yes.
Will you choose to be happy?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So have a happy week. I will see you guys next week for the 100th episode of Morning Star. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much, Nithya.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Nithya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Nithya.
Thank you.